Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how them New York Knicks got down and battled their way all the way back up. Warriors had a shot to tie it with Quinn Post, but he got stripped. And they didn't get a shot off, especially from three. And the Knicks win 110 to 107. Golden State go to 32 and 35 and a 13 and 20 on the road. Knicks go to 44 and 25 and 24 and 9 at home. Season series tied because the Knicks won already. The Warriors beat them already, and then the Knicks won this game. They don't play again into next season, which should be an interesting matchup against these two teams. And we have to see how that ends up going. The Knicks, they go to 44 and 25 and 24 and 9 at home. And the Warriors go to 32, 35, 13 and 20 on the road. The Warriors won the first quarter 35 to 21. And you would think that, wow, they got off to a really good start. They should be able to win this one because of how big the lead was. But the Knicks won the second 24 to 19. They won the third 38 to 26. And since they was leading at that point, they won the fourth quarter 27 to 27 because they had the lead in the start of it. And then they had the lead at the end of it, meaning that they win the game by 3. Leon's for the Warriors, 20 minutes, 2 points. He went 1 of 7 from the field and 0 of 2 from 3. Had some good shots near the paint. Couldn't get him to go down. He did have 5 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, and 2 blocks. So he did some other things that helped the game stay competitive for the Warriors. But of course, you would like them to make a couple more shots. He had 4 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls with a +3 and +minus. Santos was really good for them. He was able to hit some threes. He was able to hit some shots near the basket. He was able to get to the free throw line. He finished 7 to 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 20 points. Seemed like he was always at the right spot at the right time. In this one, he did have 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He has been one of their better playmakers. Tonight, he was a little sloppier and a little bit more predictable. So he finished with 5 turnovers, which isn't good in 32 minutes. He did have 2 steals, though, 3 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and was a +2 and +minus. Quinn Post was scoring in the post and also scoring on the perimeter. He went 4 of 10 from 3 and 9 of 16 overall is what he shot from the field, and then he had 22 points. He did get 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks led the game for the Golden State Warriors, so that was good to see him protect the paint as well as space the floor for the Warriors. He had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, was a +5 and +minus. Podziemski, he was getting to the basket over and over again, using the in-between game and the three-point shot to score the basketball. He led the team with 25 points. He also had the most minutes on the team. He went 8 of 15 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He does have a good first step. He has a good driving ability. He has a good job to get past you. And sometimes that will lead to getting to the free throw line, which he did a lot of the time tonight. He had 5 rebounds and 6 assists. He also made some bad decisions in this one when he had the ball in his hands, but he also had some good ones, whether that was scoring or passing in this one. 2 steals, 1 personal foul, and a +1 and +minus. And then Will Richard, he took a low amount of shots, but he made them at a good volume. 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3 for 5 points in 29 minutes. Of course, you would like him to score more and take more shots. Wasn't meant for him to do that tonight, though. He did have 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 3 steals. The 3 steals ended up being the most on the team. He also had 1 offensive rebound and 4 personal fouls and was a +7 and +minus. Omir, 13 minutes. He missed all of his shots. He went 0 of 3 from the field and missed his only 3. Still grabbed 4 rebounds, had 1 turnover, had 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and was a -6 and +minus. Gary Payton the second, 28 minutes. He ended up playing the most minutes off the bench, took the best shots. He was always cutting, he was always driving, he was always shooting an open look. He went 3 of 6 from 3, 8 of 13 from the field for 19 points. By far the most shots and the most points off the bench. He had 6 rebounds. That was the most off the bench. Also was tied with Pat Spencer for the most assists off the bench, which was 4. He also had the most steals off the bench, which was 2. And he also had the most blocks off the bench by having 1. He also had one offense rebound, two personal foul, and a minus 12 and plus minus. You know he's going to be a two-way player for you. He's going to be a fighter for you. And you just have to be happy that he's on your team. Nate Williams, 10 minutes, 2 points. He missed a shot, made a shot. He had one turnover, one person fouling was a minus 10 and plus minus. LJ Cryer was wide open. He kept taking the threes. He made one of them, missed two of them. So he finished 1 of 3 from the field because all the shots was threes. One rebound, one turnover, no personal fouls, and a minus 3 and plus minus. And Pat Spencer, 23 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He took good looks. You know, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but he used other times to find his teammates, and that always helped the offense keep flowing and going, which he was able to do real well because he had no turnovers and finished with 4 assists and 2 rebounds and one personal foul and was a minus 2 and plus minus. And you look at the Knicks, OG and Nobi. He ended up having a decent game. He went 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 6 of 6 from the free throw line for 4 points. You gotta like the fact that he's getting to the free throw line. He's not just a corner 3 point shooter or an open 3 point shooter. He's showing you that he can do a little more than that, and you have to be happy with that. The last couple weeks, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 3 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and a 0 and plus minus. Karl Anthony Towns, 31 minutes, 17 points. He went 7 of 12 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds. That's a double. Double. He can hit the wide open jumper. He can drive on you, and he can finish with offensive rebounds and go straight up and finish. He did a lot of that tonight. He did also have 2 assists, 3 turnovers, a steal in the block. 5 of his rebounds were offensive. He had 2 personal fouls and was a 0 and plus minus. Josh Hart, he had some good lane shots, and then he also made a 3. He finished 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3 for 7 points in 31 minutes. He also grabbed 12 rebounds in this one, but he had 5 assists and only one turnover. So did a good job of driving and kicking, did a good job of keeping the ball moving, and did a good job of being at the right spots at the right time to grab boards and just making sure he can work harder than other guys to get them if that's necessary too. 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a plus 17 and plus minus. And Mikal, another bad to all right game. 21 minutes, 7 points. He went 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. Obviously, if he shoots like that, you're gonna be a little mad. You're gonna be a little disappointed because you know he can do better. You know he's capable of being better. But he hasn't really been that great offensively the last couple of days. Unfortunately for Knicks fans, they've still been finding ways to win, but he hasn't played that great offensively. He did have 3 rebounds and 2 assists. He also had one turnover. He got a steal and 2 blocks. So you know he's going to make plays on the ball. You know he's going to try to get stops. You know he's going to try to make things difficult. You have to be happy that he's going to try to do that, though. If he doesn't score, at least you know he can do other things, which he showed on the stat sheet that he can, which we knew. But it's good that he tried to impact the game in other ways. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 2 and plus minus. And game high, 30 points from Jalen Brunson. He did it in 36 minutes. That was the most off. That was most on the Knicks team in the game. And then he went 9 of 20 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, but 10 of 10 from the free throw line. The bumping, knocking, rocking, floaters, drives, and pull ups all was working. And obviously, if you keep rocking and knocking, he's gonna get to the free throw line. He also had 9 assists. Did a good job of collapsing the defense and kicking out or dumping off. So you have to like the fact that he was reading the floor, not just to score, but also for his teammates. And he's been getting better at that this entire season. 1 rebound, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. One personal foul and a plus 7 and plus minus. And then Muhammad, he made a wide open 3 and missed one. And then he was 1 of 4 from the field, so he finished with 3 points. He did have 2 turnovers also, no personal fouls, and was a minus 5 and plus minus. Mitchell Robinson, 17 minutes. He had 4 points. He was able to score in the paint. Obviously, that's where he lives at. And then he had 10 boards. That was the most off the bench, and that's really good to do in 17 minutes. That's tough, but he makes it look easy. He also had 3 steals and 2 blocks. If you try him, he is going to try to get you, even if it's stripping, even if it's being in the right spot at the right time, even if it's just going straight up or coming at you to make a play on the ball. He can get those things to happen, and he did in this one. 3 offensive boards, no personal foul, and a minus 6 and plus minus. Jordan Clarkson, 22 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He can hit the wide open shot. He can drive. He can pull up. All those things worked out for him in this one, and he is a good offensive player that can have these type of nights. No turnovers, no personal foul, and a plus 14 and plus minus. Landry Shamet, 27 minutes. It was the most off the bench. He had 10 points. He went 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 8 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Just good looks, but he just couldn't make them enough. You know, he made them in timely fashion too throughout this game. He also did have 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and 3 personal fouls. It was a plus 3 and plus minus. And then Jose Alvarado brought the pace and the space by being able to shoot and drive and find his teammates early. You knew that he can bring that to the table when they got him. He's been doing that for him since. 4 assists is really good in 15 minutes and no turnovers. He had 1 rebound. He still scored efficiently, only missing 1 shot. And then he had a personal foul. It was a minus 13, a plus minus. Knicks, 84 field goals. They shot 46%. 82 field goals for the Warriors. They shot 49%, 31% from three for the Knicks. They shot 32 of them, 38 3-pointers taken by the Warriors. They shot 37%. And then 23 free throws taken by the Knicks. They shot 96%. The Warriors shot 15. They shot 87%. That was good that the Knicks was able to make their free throws and get there a little bit more. They needed more offense since the Warriors shot the ball better from the field than from three. And then they out-rebounded them 44 rebounds to 35 of the Warriors. That's good. And they had 16 offensive rebounds compared to the Knicks. The Warriors 11. And then 23 assists for the Knicks, 27 for the Warriors, 15 turnovers for the Knicks, 18 for the Warriors, which is a lot. And then 9 steals for both teams and 6 blocks for both teams. And then 28 defensive rebounds for the Knicks, 24 for the Warriors, and 15 personal fouls for the Knicks, which is good, and 20 for the Warriors. Just a close game. 1 jumper possibly away from going into overtime. Wasn't meant to be, wasn't meant to happen, but I would say still very entertaining, still very fun, and a game that was really interesting. Obviously, the Warriors got up big. They felt like they had a good chance to close it out. Every time the Knicks, they kept coming down and making layups and threes. The Warriors was able to hit them back with another shot. They kept the lead for a long period of time in this game. And then when it started getting closer to the end of the game, they started crumbling. They started stumbling. They started falling apart. And the Knicks was happy because they kept it coming. And since they was able to do that, they was able to win by 3 against the Golden State Warriors. And it sucks for the Warriors fans because they've been having leads. They've been staying in games. They've been competing. They've been driving and kicking and slicing and dicing and back cutting and playing defense to get out in transition, hitting wide open threes, playing real good team basketball. But it hasn't resulted in that many wins. And that's the painful and the hurtful part. If you're a fan of the Warriors, that you see them doing the best they can. You see them working hard together and playing hard together and trusting each other. But it sucks because they keep losing these games anyway, even though they in them, even though they have a chance to get them, even though they be leading, they fall apart when it matters the most, and that's why they lose on both ends of the court. And the game was won by the Knicks for those same reasons. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.